Eyewitness News reporter Will Silverstein, who is joined by two political analysts weighing in on tonight's debate. Will.
Well, Michael, good to be here. The debate lasting nearly 2 hours, touching on several issues, and now we're going to break it down in just a few minutes, not those several hours it took to get through that. With me tonight is UC-Merced political science professor Nathan Monroe and Sacramento-based political strategist Tim Rosales. Tim, you've worked with Vice President Kamala Harris in the past when she was the San Francisco DA. What did you make of her performance tonight?
I think she had a strong performance. I think she delivered the points that she wanted to deliver. And overall, she did a good job. And, the key rule in debates is do no harm. And I think that she accomplished that, and her campaign accomplished that. And they stressed a few things, I think took President Trump to task on issues like the economy and on foreign policy, two issues that really have been strengths in Trump's wheelhouse in other debates, but the Harris campaign really tried to go head on and toe to toe with President Trump on those issues to try to take them away from him. So I think those were points that kind of scored in her favor. I think Trump certainly had points that scored in his favor, but all in all, I think her campaign should be happy that they accomplished what they set out to accomplish.
And then, Professor, to you, what do you think were some good takeaways there from Trump's performance? And maybe what were some things, too, that he could have improved upon if they have another debate or if this is the last one?
Well, I mean, as a political scientist, right, I think about this in terms of, what I think is the only scoreboard that matters, which is how many votes do you get and how do you get votes? Well, you get votes by turning out voters that are going to vote for you, but they might stay home if you don't get them there. And you get votes by changing minds. In the current political environment, I'm not so sure that there are a lot of minds to be changed. And so in a sense, we saw the Trump that we've seen every time, and some of the flair, the Springfield, eating cats and dogs, and some of the sort of talking points that we've seen that I think to an extent seems as though he's getting angrier and getting more off topic. They also might have the effect of riling up some of the voters that he thinks maybe, aren't quite as excited, but he needs to remind them, why they should show up at the polls for him. And so I think, there are lots of ways to interpret the performance. He certainly seemed like he was policy heavy early and a little more fired up as it went on. But I think it might have been sort of strategic on his part.
And really quickly from both of you, and starting with you, Professor, what do you think is the one issue that each candidate should campaign on?
Well, I mean, I think it's pretty clear to me that Harris should campaign on the abortion issue, right? I mean, she comes at it very, it's a divisive issue. It's one that I think, if you cut it just right, probably the majority is in favor of a, sort of more of a Roe v. Wade position, and she's able to take it on, I think, in a way that Biden wasn't.
And then, Tim, to you, what about for Trump? What's that issue that he needs to tackle heading into the rest of this election cycle?
The famous James Carville quote, "It's the economy, stupid." I think that voters feel that they are doing worse off now than they did 4 years ago. And I think President Trump needs to make a really strong case and can about the fact that prices today are significantly higher than where they were when the Biden-Harris administration took office. And that's something that he can talk about, and he needs to tie that to Vice President Harris directly.
And thank you both.
Hi, I'm Rochelle Murcia with Eyewitness News Bakersfield Now on YouTube. Thank you for checking out our YouTube channel where we have tons of great content to choose from. While you're here, go ahead and click on the subscribe button right there. That way you can stay up to date on all the things related within Kern County. Thanks for watching.